What's up, everybody, and welcome to the LV Home Experts Radio Show, where we talk about real estate and financing for 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time every Wednesday. So today we have a very special guest, and I want to introduce my man, my co-host, the king of all kings, the guru, when it comes to financing. That's right, there he is.
That's
Dan
it. What's going on, everybody?
French. What's going on, man?
Nice to be here. Good, man.
How was your week? Haven't seen you for a while.
I've been doing a lot of things, actually. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of stuff around my house, doing a lot of stuff, just making errands, running errands. I got my kid's birthday.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of stuff going on.
Kid's birthday coming on.
Yeah, man. He wants a keyboard.
Nice.
So I got to get him a keyboard.
So today we have a very special guest, and we're going to be talking about Southern Highlands. This agent specializes in Southern Highlands, so anything that you need to know about Southern Highlands, she is the go-to girl. And let me properly introduce you to her, Kaori Nagao, or oh my God, did I screw it up again? I don't know what it is. I keep screwing it up.
It is a hard name to pronounce.
I know.
So,
For all the listeners, can you go ahead and pronounce that?
Sure. Kaori Nagao.
Kaori Nagao with Char Luxury Real Estate.
Yes.
That's right. We have this special guest here. And you know what I love about this guest? She's a female. And I think it's great to have a female on the show. It's about that time, don't you think?
I think it does really good balancing.
Yeah.
When you bring a female perspective, we need that sometimes.
Yeah.
Can't be all that man juice up in here.
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, all that man must. You know how that goes. So what's going on around the Valley, guys? Anything new?
A lot of things happening. Well, there's 109,000 was hit over at Paris, California.
Again, huh?
And it's just all over now, man. People just want to come out.
Yeah.
So that's big. Also, too, they're going to start doing the vaccination. We talked about this.
Yeah.
Requirement over at the stadium. Also on the CES.
Well, let's go back on that. Let's elaborate on that, because I think I watched my wife was telling me about this.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about this, Kaori?
Yeah, I heard about it as well. I had a lot of friends that were at the preseason game actually on Saturday.
So a lot of them are probably going to be pretty upset though, right? Because, I mean, some people are actually against the shot, and I understand, but it seems like, what's the rules here? Like, break it down a little bit for the viewers.
I mean, you can't go into the stadium if you show up and you don't have like a card, from what I read. And also, if you're not vaccinated, they won't let you in the stadium, but they'll vaccinate you or give you the shot right there.
But you still have to wear a mask. Is that correct, Kaori?
Yeah, I think so. For the preseason game, obviously, people, were, it was the first time to have that, arena entrance, and everybody was really excited. Obviously, this kind of mandate is kicking off, afterwards, right?
Sure.
So it wasn't for the preseason. So, obviously, all of our friends went. They had a great time. It was a full-packed stadium, and obviously, Raiders won. So that was amazing.
You know what's crazy is you got two sides to this. People that are into vaccinations that think it's going to help, and people that don't want to get vaccinated because I guess they think like you're losing your rights, which is I understand. For me, I'm not a blood or a crip. I'm just neutral, right? Because people try to make this like red or blue. It's kind of crazy where the direction that this thing is going.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like so political at this point.
Everything seems like it is. It's turned into that. I mean, again, no, they're forcing the hand on some people that probably don't want that to be happening.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think I could see it both ways, honestly.
So let me ask you this, guys. Dan, have you got vaccinated?
No.
Are you planning on getting vaccinated?
At some point, yeah.
Kaori?
I have been vaccinated.
Okay.
Yes.
So I guess let me ask you this, Dan, from your perspective, okay? Now, let's just say the measles and the mumps, right? Back in the day. They created a vaccine, right? Would you get the measles and the mumps? Would you take that chance?
I don't know. I mean, it depends on your when you grew up and what was going on around you. You know, I think it's a shock factor too, a little bit, where we all know COVID's here and it's probably here to stay, at least until it works through that process of it just going away at some point, hopefully. But you look at COVID was around before even COVID. It's just the string of COVID, right? That's here now. But I think it's the fact that it was unforeseen, right? We didn't count on it. And when you look at things like measles and stuff, that stuff's been around for years, and they've been vaccinating people for years. So I think it's a little bit different situation. You got people that are kind of set in their ways. They got to try to figure this out and wrap their head around it. So I don't know if it's just, maybe you have to, everybody's timing's different. maybe you have to just look at things differently, or maybe you just have to maybe get more data. I'm not sure, but I think it's a different situation than just going and getting a vaccine. It is a vaccine, but getting measles and mumps and all that stuff, that's already been around, so people are already going to get that done. You know
I think people are just not used to that culture yet, but I think eventually everybody's going to.
It's a transition.
And everybody's going to get vaccinated, don't you think?
Yeah,
or vaccinated, I'm sorry.
I agree. And obviously as a mom, coming from a mom's perspective, right, I have 2 daughters.
Yeah.
Those, vaccines haven't been FDA approved yet.
Yeah.
So
and I think that's a main concern, right?
It's a huge concern. And again, because it's such a new, like relatively, right? Like
it's a new situation,
it's measles and all those, they've been around. We have the data, but we don't have the data here.
Yeah.
So that's the uncertainty. And coming from a mom, I'm not comfortable. What if there's long-term effects?
She makes a very good point.
Yeah.
And I think too, like if you look at like a situation where you're telling somebody, nobody wants to be told what to do.
Right.
They want to do it on their own time when they're ready, and I think it's a sensitive subject for somebody. It's personal. And so when you're telling somebody to do something personal, especially with their body, I don't know, maybe there's mixed feelings about it, right? So I think that's
let me throw this into the equation. Clark County tops 5,000 COVID, right, and 19 deaths on Wednesday. I mean, that's kind of alarming. Those numbers are a lot bigger than during the pandemic when everybody was buying all this toilet paper. Now, people are like, hey, this is normal. Maybe you got to crack a couple eggs to make scrambled eggs.
All right.
Yeah.
That Delta variant thing, that string is now out. The one that my mom got was saying that that's the one that she's with, that she has.
Yeah.
So it's here, right? And so now they're saying that could be the new thing. But all the symptoms that she was told by the doctor, by everybody, was that's what you got. You have the new version of it. So I don't know,
Yeah.
So I want to get into a couple special announcements today. That's very important. If you guys have not had a chance to check out our IG account, go ahead and go to Instagram. Follow us on Instagram. We hit over 5,000 subscribers. 5,000 finally. Finally made it. Now,
we're at IG?
At IG.
Congratulations.
Now, the good news is that it's all organic, right?
Yeah.
So it's hard to grow Instagram. That's like the hardest thing to do. Now, also, don't forget to check us out on TikTok. We don't have that much on TikTok. I don't do any type of dancing or anything like that, but we definitely show you.
Is that what it is all about? Everybody says that's what TikTok really does.
Not really. I mean, you could really make good videos on that. You know what I mean? It's just depending on how creative you are.
They only give you like 30 seconds though, right? Or a minute?
No, you have a little bit more.
A minute.
I think you could post it up to 3 minutes now, can't you?
I'm only aware of the 1 minute, and I actually have a TikTok account as well. And my oldest and my youngest daughters, they inspire me to do that because that's what the younger generation is all about. And I actually talked to another millennial today, and they think TikTok's gonna take over Instagram.
Really?
Yeah. So
maybe you need to start focusing on TikTok, Chad.
Well, I mean, I've been focusing on TikTok. TikTok for me is just a place where to dump all my content. So that's not growing as fast as I would like it to. So when you guys got some free time, go check out TikTok.
I think there's an age group that's a little younger though, right?
It is.
TikTok.
I guess so.
It is.
Yeah.
Also, don't forget to check us out on Facebook too as well, and Twitter. And most importantly, if you guys haven't had a chance to subscribe to this channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Definitely helps us out. But most importantly, go ahead and hit that like button, because by hitting that like button, it literally helps out the algorithm out here. Well, for YouTube, basically. Now, Dan just moved my camera, so I got to readjust this. All right.
Sorry.
See, now we're talking about technical difficulties right here, okay? And this is a part of the show because it's just a live show. Now, anyway, like I said, if you guys haven't had a chance to subscribe to the channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to visit lvhomeexperts.com. It's a great website to get started, to start looking at homes, no matter if you're looking at bank loans, foreclosures, short sales, traditional sales, even brand new homes. But today, what I want to really talk about, and this is very important, is Southern Highlands. And I think Southern Highlands, a lot of people overlook Southern Highlands. Now, Southern Highlands is located on the south side of the Las Vegas Valley, just west of the 15. Now, if you guys don't know the 15, it runs from south to north. If you went south, if you plan on going down to LA, it takes about 4.5 hours. But today, my special guest, she knows everything about Southern Highlands. So we're going to get right into Southern Highlands. So talk a little bit about Southern Highlands.
Absolutely. So like you said, we're, located on the southern westmost part of Las Vegas Valley. We're the first community off the 15 for all those folks driving in from LA. And I actually lived in LA previously. So I love it that my family and friends could just take that 15, and we're the first exit off the 15, Southern Highlands Parkway. And we have 3 exits off the 15, Southern Highlands Parkway, Star Avenue, and Cactus. And we are definitely a growing community. So I do have some stats on the community. So we have about 8,000 homes in this Southern Highlands Master Plan community. We have about 27 sub-gated communities. And what I love about Southern Highlands is, Chakits, it's a small town feel. It's not overwhelming like the other communities, like Summerlin in particular, just because obviously that's the biggest, master plan community in Las Vegas. It really has a sense of neighborhood and community, which I love, and I'd love to hear your feedback on that, Dan, since you live in that area as well. But I love all the parks, all the outdoor activities that you could do with your families, and especially myself, I have a golden doodle puppy, so I take her on walks every day.
Golden doodle puppy.
Golden doodle. Her name is Roxy.
Oh, nice. That's cute.
What is it? A golden doodle?
Golden doodle.
Oh.
So she's a mix, and she's a mini, so she's only 20 pounds. Because the larger ones, actually, they're
she's
about
smart,
50.
huh?
Very, very smart.
Yeah, I got a dog, and it's funny because you'll pet her. And then you'll pull your hand away. She'll pull your hand back.
Oh,
that's cute.
She's exactly the same.
Same
so
stuff.
I'm driving.
Yeah.
She's sitting on the passenger side.
Yeah.
And she wants me to have her hand on her head all the time.
Yeah.
So she'll just get her head moving, and she'll grab my hands, and she just wants that touch.
It's
like,
a great.
Now, I want to give the audience a better perspective of the valley here. Oops. Let me change this view here. So, right here we have central Las Vegas. This is the west side, the east side here, and north, and also the south.
Correct.
So we're going to zoom in just a little bit right here. So we talked about the 15 here. So here's the 15 north, right? Here's south. And you said what was great about this location is I noticed a lot of people that I sell homes to, if we take a look at Southern Highlands here, you have 3 exits, correct? So we have Cactus right here.
Yes.
Then we have Star.
Correct.
Then we have the St. Rose exit right here.
Correct.
Now, what's great about this, like you mentioned, a lot of people that I sell homes to in this neighborhood, they originated from California, and they have a lot of family here. And what's great about this is you're really in and out of the mix, right?
Correct.
Now, Harrison Reed Airport, which is, I think that's the new name, right? International Harry Reid. Am I correct, guys?
Oh, I don't know. Did they pass that law?
I thought they passed that.
Well,
it's not a law, but
I thought they I guess they imposed the law. I don't know if it was passed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is breaking news, Chakits. Thank you.
Well,
I
could be making this up. I don't know. I'm just some guy behind the camera. It is what it is, right?
I don't know. I mean, look, hey, it was proposed though.
Right.
Now, so the airport is here. Let's talk about the airport. How far of a distance do you think this is from Southern Highlands?
It's less than 10 minutes away.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Now, the strip is also right here too as well. Correct. I mean, look how easy the access is from Southern Highlands.
Correct.
Now, if we take a look at Southern Highlands is not that big. So I'm going to say Southern Highlands comes down Cactus here.
Correct.
Okay. You have the 15.
Correct.
All the way down to here. And pretty much all this right here is all Southern Highlands. Just little circle right here.
Correct.
Now, Southern Highlands is not one of the biggest master plan communities out here, and I think a lot of people overlook Southern Highlands, but I believe that there's still room to grow in Southern Highlands. Now, what is the benefits of living here in Southern Highlands?
So we talk about location a lot, and like you said, it's only 10 minutes away from McCarran Airport, same as the Henderson Executive Airport as well.
Yeah.
We have a lot of Raiders players and team members that live in Southern Highlands because it's so easily located between the practice facility off of St. Rose and then the Allegiant Stadium.
Okay. Maybe that's important. Let's show them where this Allegiant Stadium is.
Yes.
So it looks like the stadium is going to be just north. What are you talking about?
Are you going the wrong way?
No, the stadium's right here, brother.
The Allegiant Stadium. Yeah, right there. Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the workout stadium.
Yeah, practice facilities.
So here it is. Okay.
Yep.
Now we're going to zoom out just a little bit because I want everybody to get a really good perspective of this location because it's very important.
Yes.
And it looks like their practice facility is right here.
Correct.
Okay. We do also have an airport, an exclusive airport. This is an executive Henderson. So this is where, I park my planes, from time to time.
Right.
There you go. There you go. When are we going on?
I'm not too sure. Now, also, what's mostly important is this road right here. This is actually St. Rose, right?
Correct.
So there's a lot of things that are taking place right now on St. Rose.
Yes.
And we have like Costco's, you have all this shopping right here.
Yes.
So, I mean, you're literally just minutes from grocery shopping.
Absolutely.
Okay? Now, let's talk about a couple communities here. We do have a golf course community.
Yes.
What's the name of this community here?
The Southern Highlands Golf Course and the Southern Highlands Country Club.
Okay, is that like a private golf course? Or?
It is private.
Oh, nice.
Members only, and it's actually ranked one of the top golf courses in
really?
all of Las Vegas. Do you golf?
Oh, I do, but I'm just not good at it.
Dan?
I mean, I pretend like I do.
I think I've done it 3 times.
Okay.
Oh, talking about that, let me tell you a story real quick. I actually
Yeah.
took Dan golfing one time, right? And it was probably sometime around this year, a few years ago, and it was like 110 degrees. Dan's face got so red, he felt like he was going to pass out. He had to go home a little bit earlier.
Yeah. Why are
Hey,
you guys
but you know what's
golfing?
so funny about
Yeah,
that? Let's go elaborate on that story.
He
There
couldn't-
was
he couldn't-
nobody around golfing
he
either.
couldn't handle.
We were the only 2 people golfing.
Yeah, you don't want to golf in 110 degrees.
So I'm sitting there looking around like, I don't know if we made the right move here.
Now, guys, if you guys want to call live in studio, 702-409-4495. That's 702-409-4495. Also, I will be taking some questions here shortly. Now, I want to go back into Southern Highlands. Southern Highlands, what I do like about Southern Highlands, I always ride my bike down these trails. They actually have bike trails, which is really nice. Now, also, I notice each master plan community has a certain feel. For me, I feel like this is just more open. There's a lot of trees. There's a lot of greenery. You got parks. How many parks do we have here?
We have 7 total.
7 total parks?
Yes.
Okay. And
and I can talk about them. And each park is a little bit different and catered to different.
Okay.
So obviously, the largest one is called the Olympia Sports Park. It has basketball courts, soccer fields, hiking trails, dog parks, splash pad. It has everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have other dog park related focused ones like Goet Park, which
Yeah.
has a lot of great trails, and it's very shady. So like you said, the mature landscaping is very green in Southern Highlands, and so it's great for dog owners, right? You
Yeah.
want, right now especially, it's so hot during the day. You want to take the dogs out, either super early in the morning or in the evening, and it's so nice to have that shade and the trees around you.
okay. And what neighborhood do you live in Southern Highlands?
I live in the most southernmost part of Southern Highlands in the Cove community.
In the Cove.
Yes.
Ooh, I actually love the Coves. Let me explain. The exit is so easy to get off.
Yes.
Not only that, you have your own private entry, and you don't have to drive through Southern Highlands. You just go in, turn left. You're in the Coves. Who's your builder?
Woodside Homes.
Oh,
So
did you end up buying with Michael?
I did. Michael
nice.
Calandone. Yeah, he's the best.
I know,
We
I love him.
we're super lucky. We got a move-in ready home.
Okay.
Chakits, so we didn't have to wait, 6
Yeah.
months, 8 months for the new build.
What floor plan did you buy?
I got the Terragetta.
Oh, is that the one with the loft style?
It's the one. It's a 2-level.
Yeah.
And it also has an in-law suite. So what
Oh.
we did is actually last year, with obviously the pandemic, the uncertainty.
Yep.
My husband's in-laws, they also lived in Southern
Right.
Highlands, and they were only 5 minutes away. But again, we wanted to be in the same house.
Yeah.
So we got one of those larger homes with the family.
That
in-law
is
suite.
one of the best floor plans. I think your the living
ceiling?
room,
Yes.
your ceiling's like 20 feet high.
Yes.
You can do the railing. You could do the game room. You also have the option for the movie room too as
We
well.
did the movie room.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
I had a client that bought over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Dude,
great
nice.
community.
No, it is. And it's very secluded and it's very private. I do like that.
Yes.
Wow. Were you one of the first to buy or towards the end?
Towards the end, we were actually super lucky.
Okay.
We were actually looking at doing a new build.
Yeah.
But the move-in ready, we really liked, but somebody else put in an offer before us.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, they had some contingencies and they couldn't follow through. So we were able to get that home.
Nice. Now, Dan, you live in Southern Highlands too, right?
Yeah.
What community do you live
Montecito.
in? Montecito.
All right,
Yeah, Montecito.
Tell us a little bit about your community.
I mean, it's a nice community. It's got, I think they always have the white collar, the blue collar. I feel like a lot of people there, they really take care of their home. They really care about things, and I think that goes a long ways. There's a lot of people, I've been places, I'm not going to say, but Henderson, places like that, where there's maybe not an HOA and stuff like that, where, you know, some people really take care of their home and some people don't. Well, in these communities, they're really taking care of everything.
Yes.
You know, and so you feel like a really good vibe when you go in there. Like everything's clean, everything's nice, everybody's got the same respect. There's a lot of people that jog.
Yeah,
around
and you're a jogger, right?
All the time. You know, all the time.
Absolutely.
I mean, it doesn't show like I jog, but
that means you're not running fast enough.
but I do jog, and I got people that ride bikes. I mean, it's a very like you said, community built.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Yeah.
I really love living over there.
Absolutely. And one of the other things I like about this community Chakits is that their HOA is super active.
Okay.
And we have a lot of community events for families, you know, Memorial Day weekend, 4th of July. They have movies at the park. Have you been to that one? Like, you know, like stargazing movies at the park?
When the COVID hit, we didn't really go to it, but a while ago we did, yes. Yeah, and it's pretty cool. I think that kind of lost its lux, you know, its vibe there too. Like its luster's a little bit gone, because I think a lot of people, they brought their kids, but now everybody's worried.
Right.
Hopefully it starts to come back.
I hope so.
You know, have you seen it starting to come back a little bit?
It has. Good. They just had one actually, and we took the kids, and it wasn't as busy. Like, you know, I think a lot of people are still, you know, caution. But yeah, we had a great time, and the kids loved it. It was so nice to socialize and see everybody back.
Now, this is the amazing part. Right now, I just pulled up Southern Highlands, right? We know that there's roughly about 3,000 properties across the valley. Southern Highlands, as of today, we only have a total of 75 homes, okay? The most expensive home right here is about $9 million. Let's just kind of take a gander of this thing.
Oh, that's my neighbor.
Oh, is it really?
Look at this.
Dude, how come you've never invited me to your home?
Because it's only VIP.
Oh, VIP?
VIP.
Oh, see, I ain't a part of that PP. I'm just the VIP, not the PP. I mean, this is a gorgeous house.
Gorgeous house. And let me tell you, so in Southern Highlands, actually, like you said, you know, roughly 75 current listings.
Yeah.
Over 50% is actually over 52% is over $1 million plus.
Oh my God.
It's all luxury. So what's happening in Southern Highlands?
Look at that.
Yep, you can see all of those, you know, especially in the country club. There's a part of the country club called the Canyon Estates.
Yeah.
It's a luxury builder called Growth Luxury Homes. And I've actually done a lot of videos and tours with them. And basically, they're kind of creating all these semi-custom homes ranging from $3 million to $12 million. And a lot of, obviously, these executives and athletes are obviously purchasing these homes, these custom homes, and that's driving all the median prices up. So I'll talk to you about the median price in Southern Highlands. So in the month of July, the Las Vegas, the whole valley's median price was $405,000.
Okay.
Record breaking, right? It's
Yep.
the first time we exceeded $400,000, and that's just fantastic for Las Vegas.
Right.
Compared to that, the month of July in Southern Highlands, our median price was $490,000.
Oh my
so
gosh.
that's over 21% above our median price in Las Vegas.
Right.
So again, Southern Highlands definitely has that luxury feel, and I think all of our, you know, home equity is going to drive up because of all these $1 million plus homes being built right now in the country club.
Wow. Yancy says, I love her. She is so professional, put together, friendly, and has a great vibe. I've seen her in other videos with a broker. She's great.
Oh, wait a second. She shows up like she's never been in front of a camera.
I know, she's good. Dude.
And she's over here just letting it out.
No, she's really good.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Yes. Yes.
Now, we talked about the median price point right now in Southern Highlands at $490. So if we take a look at the $490 range, so basically there's a couple homes here. So the most affordable one right now is $405,000. So let's take a look at this. What you can get. Wow, you can get this for $405,000?
Yes,
I mean, I think that's a great price, don't you think?
It is.
Now, obviously, this is a home that was probably built in the early 2000s. As you can see, some of the gold trims. Looks like it needs some paint. But at
It's definitely not
$405,000,
it's definitely not like the most up to date. I mean, they're about 20 years old. I think it's
Right.
I like the layout though. It's very spacious, open layout, right? And I think that's what, for me, I don't like the whole, you know, everything's congested into the house.
Yep.
And for me, I feel like that the house that we're in, the house that I'm not sure if your house is the same.
Yeah.
I just feel it's very open.
Open. Yep.
Yeah.
That's definitely the, you know,
I love it.
everyone loves that open space. Especially, you know, being a mom, you want to see everything in one view.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm cooking, right? From the kitchen island, I want to see what's going on in the great room, what's going on in the other rooms, what's going on in the, you know, the dining table area.
Now, Kaori, coming from a mom perspective, right? Let's talk about the schools, and this is just on your own perspective.
Sure.
Now, keep in mind, when it comes to like schools and information, please do all your own research.
Yes.
Again, we're just a couple of people on YouTube. I don't even know if we're licensed. Like, we just probably just made all this up, right? I mean, this could all be fake.
Wait a second. You got to be licensed to be on here?
Oh. Oh, all right. Well, we got to leave.
That wasn't part of the criteria when I got on here.
All I'm saying is disclosures. Look,
Right.
if you have kids, make sure to do your own research. I'm just
Absolutely.
asking you as a mom.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about the schools a little bit.
Yes.
How are the schools?
So there are 4 public elementary schools,
Okay.
1 middle school, and 1 high school.
Okay.
And there is a private school option.
Yeah.
The private school goes from pre-K to 8th grade only. So there is no private high school in Southern Highlands.
Okay.
My daughters and my nephews, they all go to pretty much all the schools.
Okay.
So I could really kind of share with you, I think just generally, again, parents, I always tell my parents, my buyers, do your due diligence, do your own research, find out all the information that's available online, or call the schools, talk to the principal. You have to do that, right? Obviously, schools are a very big factor in relocation, and I take care of a lot of relocating families here.
Yeah.
But I do know that ranking-wise, the public elementary and middle school is
Yeah.
pretty good.
Okay.
High school, not as much, but they do have obviously accelerated programs and
Okay.
advanced programs. So again, if your child is advanced, then, they'll be going to those accelerated classes.
What do you think about the schools, Dan?
I think they're ranked really high as
Yeah.
far as that's one of the reasons
Because your
why I'm
kid
over
goes to
there.
that school over there. Right?
Yeah, I mean they are very everything's modern. All the things are up to date, and then you got a lot of securities there.
Right.
They're really with it. Like you can't check your kid in and out without somebody like acknowledging what's going on and very aware. So I don't know, and plus the curriculum that they give.
Yeah.
I think it's really good. The teachers really focus and take care of, and they don't overcrowd the kids.
Correct.
Yeah.
In the schools. Like a lot of them just want to cram all these kids in. Maybe they're kind of going away from, but Southern Highlands I think has got some of the best schools.
Yeah.
Southern Highlands really has its own niche. And like I said, I think a lot of people overlook it.
Mm-hmm.
But then once you go in there, you start to really look around, it becomes very desirable. But it's for a certain type of buyer because it seems like each community has its own complete vibe. I mean, I do like it. However, I'm a city guy, so I want to be right off of Las Vegas
Yeah.
Boulevard.
Yeah.
So it
100%.
comes down to lifestyle.
Correct.
So you guys just keep that in mind. So it's always case by case basis. But, what it sounds like from you guys, it sounds like if you have a family, that's what it feels like based upon what you guys are saying.
I think a lot of people like the master plan and they want the new
Yeah.
and they want the the smart houses and stuff. That right there, I think if it's all dependent on case by case, but I think if you're somebody that's like, you know what, I want a nice community, like you said, maybe people are they'll be drawn away from that type of community, like
Yeah.
Southern
Yeah.
Highlands. So it depends. If you want the newest, greatest, best,
Of course.
you're gonna go for these master plan communities.
Okay.
If you want a newer home or an
Of
older home,
course. Yep.
that's my
Of
deal.
course.
So, Kaori, let me ask
Yeah.
you this. If a buyer comes to you,
Yes.
they decide that they want to buy in Southern Highlands, how do you prepare your buyer in today's market? It's so aggressive in today's
Yes,
market. How do you prepare
absolutely.
them?
Wow, that's a great question. I mean, obviously we're here to kind of share with them all the resources and the knowledge we have about
Yeah.
the community. And of course, I've been living there for over 12 years. I'm the expert. So I can really share with them a lot of my personal experiences with them.
Yeah.
But again, really understanding the landscape of the offers that are on the table right now. Again, we're dealing with multiple offers at the moment. So really communicating with the listing agent for me is key.
Yeah.
And understanding what's important for the seller.
Yeah.
What's their motivation? I mean, that's the first question I ask. Why are they selling the house?
Yeah.
What's important to them? Are they relocating?
Sure.
Are they waiting for a new build? Like,
Right.
what's going on? Do they want to downsize? Do they need lease back? All these questions are really important to structure my offer so that we stand out and we make it the best.
Okay. Now, as far as like the market
Yes.
in Southern Highlands, okay, I take it's still aggressive today than it was like 2 weeks ago, correct?
Yes.
Now, what are you doing, right, that's different from other agents to stand out from the crowd to get your buyer's offer accepted?
So again, I think, on top of obviously all the communications that I do with the listing agent, really understanding also how much my buyer wants the house.
Yeah.
Like, are they okay with putting like a maximum amount as far as offers, a combination of maybe waiving some contingencies that a lot of people are now doing, understanding what their flexibility is, like their maximum.
Explain to the viewers, when you say contingencies,
Yes.
what does contingency means,
Okay.
and also what are the contingencies that you may waive
Yes.
for the buyer?
So contingency is basically an offer that has a contingency attached. So for example, like an inspection.
Yeah.
That's something that you could waive, which I do not recommend personally, because again, you can't see what's wrong with the house.
Yeah.
Unless you have a professional inspector that would come and do the inspection thoroughly, right?
Okay.
And then also another thing that people are waiving or putting a cap to is the appraisal.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? So again, if you're financing, the lender will hire a third-party appraisal company to go in and get an appraisal of the house, a non-biased estimate of the price, of the home value, and then basically based on that amount, the lender will finance only to that amount.
Yeah.
So let's just give you an example. So, let's say a home is listed for $500,000, the appraisal comes in, let's say $490,000.
Yeah.
So what happens to that $10K gap, the appraisal gap? So typically the buyer has to come out of pocket, cash, that $10K, take a difference. Now, if it's $10K and they're comfortable with that, that's okay. But what if the gap is significantly more? Let's say if it's $25K more.
Yeah.
How many of our buyers are at a position to have that $25,000 appraisal gap saved?
So are you having that conversation up front before you show them properties, as far as educating them what's going on in the marketplace, and be prepared that you're going to be paying over?
Possibly over.
Yeah.
Again, it's not always about the highest price, because again, flexibility, for example, like lease back, those are some things that's really important to the seller that might not be the highest price.
Ooh.
I've experienced that.
Okay.
Surprisingly, a lot of agents think it's just the highest price. It's not. What's
It's a compensating factor, but what you're saying is also 100% true.
Yeah.
And I could be a testimonial to that, because that's what we do as agents now, is find out what the buyer's really motives are, and we try to help them out. Then the second thing they look at is the price.
Correct.
Because it's always nice to get more money.
Of course.
Right, Dan?
Absolutely.
You just saying that?
No.
Are you not paying attention?
I'm paying attention 100%.
So yeah, it is definitely competitive, and it's discouraging for buyers, right?
So are you waiving your appraisal contingencies?
I am not. I'm determining together with my buyer if they love the house, what's the cap that you're comfortable with if it does appraise less than the price.
So how are you overcoming that with the medium home price now being at $405? And that's where like the pool of buyers are, and a lot of these buyers are paying over the appraised value. And that's a very tough market. It's not easy, right? And there are people out there that just don't have the money, right?
Correct.
So if somebody comes to you and says, look, I barely even have enough to pay for the closing costs. My purchase price is around the $350 to $400. I want to buy in this area. Are you just saying, hey, I can't work with you? Or, hey, we're going to write multiple offers and keep going until we get something accepted?
You know what? At that point, I asked them, are you only attached to single families, or are you even open to townhomes and condos? Because Chakits, there are townhomes and condos in the hundreds and 200,000 range. And nice ones too.
Do they have condos and townhomes in Southern Highlands?
Not as many. There's maybe one townhome community. There's not that much activity there at the moment. Actually, there's only 8 active rental listings in Southern Highlands out of the 8,000 homes.
Hey, didn't your rent go up, Dan?
Oh yeah, it went up like crazy.
It did?
It seems like the rental market is catching up.
Actually, the rental market's even more on fire.
Yeah.
So what I'm seeing is even the smaller homes, the rent's close to $2,000 per month.
Oh my gosh. And that's the same case that happened to Dan. Actually, Dan hit a home run. He sold his home, made a fortune off his home, decided to go rent. And he was telling me a story after his lease was up. They came back, and how much did they increase the rent?
Oh, at that time? Yeah, that long time ago. It was, I don't know, it was like a couple $100.
Okay.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah. But I mean, I think with renters and people in general, that's why I always say is, depending on your situation, you want to probably try to get a mortgage, not because I'm a lender.
Right.
But it's because I'm a lender.
No, you want to take advantage of
No, it's because you want to
fix
payment.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You
of
don't
course.
want to have somebody control you know, what your outcome is,
Exactly.
right? So I think that's the big part.
Yeah, and $200 a month is a lot.
Yeah.
Is a lot, especially for families.
Well, I mean, and then guess what? Let's say you do year and you're in there 3 years. Now it's $600 more a month.
Yep.
It's car payment.
Yep.
Now, Kaori, let me ask you this. What tips can you actually give a buyer right now in today's market? Any few nuggets that you can pass on out?
Few nuggets, I like that. So again, you know, for the buyers, you know, I always make sure, you know, obviously I educate them on the landscape of what's going on, but at the same time, I want them to also be transparent with me to let me know, you know, how much are they comfortable spending on the down payment, you know, obviously how much have they saved over the years, right? And sometimes, you know, to make your offer stand out, sometimes what we do is even put down a little bit more on the earnest money deposit or a bigger down payment that shows a little more seriousness to the sellers, right?
Yeah.
So that also helps sometimes.
So how does that help by putting down more in an earnest money deposit? Is it just to let the seller know that I'm more serious? If
Correct.
I breach the contract, instead of making $5,000, you can make $10,000?
Correct. It's
Okay.
just a level of seriousness
Okay.
and the commitment, and also it shows that that my buyers have been saving,
Yeah.
right? And you know, over these years, and to make this, you know, home purchase, they've been doing their job.
Now, at $490 in Southern Highlands, the median price point, what is the average earnest money deposit? And also explain what an earnest money deposit is.
Sure. So earnest money deposit is, you know, we call it like a good faith down payment. Basically, it's amount, and typically for these homes, it's usually about anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000. I've seen for the earnest money deposits. It's typically wired to the escrow, the title company, within 2 business days of acceptance of the offer. And what that is basically it's held at escrow while we have the different, you know, due diligence period and going over all the different kind of terms to make sure that, you know, you are a serious buyer.
Absolutely.
And that you're ready to move forward with this transaction, and that you're not going to basically just cancel.
Okay. Now, let's talk about like financing and stuff like that. Do you work directly with the buyer's lender, or do you, you know, if a buyer comes to you, do you have them interview other lenders too as well versus with their own approval letter? Like, how does that process work?
Yeah. So obviously, you know, even before showings, I asked them, do you guys have a pre-approval letter yet?
Yeah.
You know, because some showings, they actually require pre-approval letters
really?
now. So especially in the luxury market, more so than the regular, but even some of the, you know, the medium priced homes, I've seen agent remarks where they're like, we need to see a proof of funds or pre-qual letter before even scheduling an appointment, because they just have so much demand and so much traffic.
Now, with the pre-qual letter, what's that price point you would say where it's that threshold before they start asking for an approval letter?
Maybe I would say, you know, obviously median price right now, 400. I would say, you know, maybe anything over 750. I'm seeing a lot more of those proof of funds and pre-qual letters, definitely over the $1 million mark.
So talking about that, that's just to look at the homes with the seller to set up an appointment.
Correct.
Do you require a proof of funds before you start looking at homes?
Yes.
Okay.
Currently, yes.
Why not? Why can't we just look at homes?
Because I want to make sure that the buyer's in a position financially to make that commitment.
Okay.
And and of course, everyone says they're prepared, they have the funds, but we need to have that proof of funds or pre-qual letter to show the sellers that we're a serious buyer.
I think that's a good point that I'm trying to bring up here. And the reason why is because you have a lot of people out in California. They think they can just come out here and they can start looking at homes. And the reason why is because their style and the way that they do real estate there is a little bit different than here, right? They go out and look at the home first. They write up the offer and they try to get financing. Here's different. You have to have the financing first.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
And there's a benefit to that.
Yes.
Why should you do your financing up front first?
Because you need to know your budget. You know,
I know that sounds so simple, but people just don't understand that.
Right.
Okay.
You know, some people might think they pre-qualify for a certain amount.
Yeah.
And after, you know, obviously, you know, the lender doing their due diligence.
Yeah.
They obviously find out otherwise, right?
Absolutely.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that would say that they know they qualify for $1 million, but
Unfortunately,
they in fact
that's the outcome.
yeah.
Oh, Dr. Milana, $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. I do appreciate
you got $499.
$4.99. I don't know how we got the $4.99.
Well, because I don't think if you hit the 5, it's like bad luck.
Oh, is that what it is?
No, I don't.
I would have believed that too. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about the luxury market in Southern Highlands. Elaborate on that a little bit.
Absolutely.
Tell us about that.
Absolutely. So again, I talk about the growth luxury home, custom home builders. I mean, we've got to do a video there, Chakits.
That'd be great.
You know, I toured a home that was $5.8 million, and it just sold like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the luxury market is super active. So just kind of sharing with you what's available. So like I said, you know, of the 75 active listings, we have about 39 that's over $1 million in Southern Highlands. Median price point for the month of July was $2.5 million.
2.5 million.
Yes.
Wow. What's a payment like that on, Dan?
2.5 million.
Yeah.
Probably around, I would say about 7,000 to 8,000 a month.
Really?
Like that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Probably right around that.
Ooh, that's a big chunk of change.
That's a loan amount though. That's not purchase price. So if you're saying you got to put 20 and then it gets lower, then
Exactly. That's why
But
we
still,
need a proof of
8,000?
funds, folks.
Yep.
that's a big payment.
It is.
It's a big commitment.
It is.
All right, I want to get into something that's very important. We got to talk about financing with Dan. What's going on with the financing, Dan? Break it down.
Great. Well, so you go out there and you see a lot of people that probably ask you about interest rates.
Yes.
Right. And were you around when rates were real high?
I was here in Las Vegas. Yes.
Okay. So like when you think of high, what is high to you? 5%, 10%, 20%?
I think 10 years ago, I think the rates were like 7 or 8%, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. Everybody's like, I'm not going to buy at this point. You know, rates are historically low, and we're seeing such a trend of down, up. You know, it's a very volatile, right? So we're up 7 basis points. And you know what's crazy about it? Mortgage applications dipped, right? And it's because people just, even the slightest hint that this is going to go up, mortgage applications go down. So we saw that happening. Rates did come up just a little bit, but we're still hovering right around the high 2s, low 3s. I mean, there's not much movement, you know? Right. And you look at the government, it's kind of the same old, you know, you look at tapering. They're potentially now saying that they might, you know, taper off at the end of the year.
Yeah.
They were talking about it next year. 50% chance that they're going to raise the Fed's fund rate next year. So there's just a lot of data out there and a lot of information that is constantly being juggled. They also have this thing called the Fed announced the Jackson Hole Symposium. Symposium. Excuse me. I said that wrong. Trying to turn my head. So they have this big meeting. This is like one of the big all meetings of having all the Fed come together and make decisions. That's going to happen on the 26th to 28th. And they got the core PCE coming out at the end of this month. So there's a lot of data and stuff that we really don't know what's going to happen. But guys, it's historically low rates, right?
Yeah.
So you look at rates, you look at, well, why would I pull the trigger now? Why would I do it? Because you can, right?
Yeah.
We don't know how long it's going to be. Right. Refinances, refinance your home. There's nothing wrong with refinancing your home. You know, a lot of people are very sensitive on rate. There are a lot of people are getting marketing. We talk about people that pull their credit, right? They're getting marketed from other lenders. It's hard. It's very confusing. There's a lot of things coming at you at once. A lot of people don't know what's the right thing to do. If the savings is at least a point, right?
Yeah.
Go for it, right?
Okay.
If it's half a point, quarter of a point, doesn't make sense, right? In my opinion, you're going to pay more for it now. And also too, how long have you been in your loan? So there's a lot of considering factors when somebody looks at buying a home or refinancing a home. And I wanted to brush over that because I think there's a lot of misinformation. People just want to get a sale. A lot of people out there that's a lender.
Right.
Sometimes it doesn't make sense, and you got to really know that. So some of the plans that's coming out, talked about cryptocurrency. We're starting to be able to, we can't source it, but we got a couple loans closed. Yep. This is important because a lot of people we're starting to see have cryptocurrency, and they have a high amount of cryptocurrency to use for down payment, closing costs.
We got 1999 super chat. It's same guy, right? And it basically says, Brother Chuck, it's defend mahalo for the group. Joey and Dan for getting our first home ever. So also a quick shout out to Dan too as well. He's shouting out to Dan.
Thank you.
Helping him getting his first home. Do you know who that is?
No, but I'd like to take that $19.99 to the bank. Can I do that?
No, it's my $19.99. That's right. Thank you so much. And I probably just destroyed his name, so I do apologize.
No, but thanks so much. I appreciate you guys, everybody out there that's watching it. I mean, they make the show. They make what we're doing.
Exactly. So sorry for the interruption. I had to do a quick shout out. So most important, let's talk about this cryptocurrency, right?
Yes.
Dan is able to get you financed now with cryptocurrency.
Absolutely.
Wow.
That is unbelievable.
One of the big things too is it's jumbo financing.
Yep.
It's not just
your traditional financing.
No.
Yeah.
And so the big thing was how to source it. We're figuring out alternate ways to get it done. You know, we have ways of just tracking it. We have ways of now saying we can print screen or take a snapshot view of it, and also letter of explanations and things like that. But underwriting starting to be lenient a little bit more towards that, because look, it's here. It's not going to go anywhere.
Correct.
And people are going to start using this as resources for other things, not just buying a home. So you have to adapt, and that's what we're doing. Other things that's going on. If you're a renter out there, right, and let's say that you're renting a home and you're like, you know what? My credit, maybe I got one trade line. Let's say I got a credit card.
Yeah.
And I want to go buy a house and I'm a first-time home buyer. Okay. You can now use that. They're going to start using this for Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac to use it as an alternate trade line.
Oh,
so
wow.
and it also helps your credit score. So now it's supposed to be showing up on your credit. So when you pull credit, these are positive things. People are like, well, you know, that's not going to be good for our, credit worthiness and all these other things. Well, they're saying 17% of people, more people or more population will start to getting into a home because of that. So that's going to help people that maybe were on the fence. They don't have additional trade lines.
Right. So
that's going to push some people, first-time home buyers, into the market. I think that's a good thing. It's starting to ease up a little bit. We need that. I mean, there's got to be some credit worthiness where you got to keep the regulations and standards on some things. That's one of those things that could help somebody get into a home. That's a good thing.
What about that new program that you talked about a few weeks ago with the first responders or something like that?
I mean, there's nothing new. I looked it up the other day and I was like, when are they going to put some type of legislation out that says this is pushed through? And I think they're just really they're meeting to see if they really want to still do this or not.
Now,
I mean, it's a big deal.
I know that there's a program out there where I think you get credit like $2,000 or something like that if you're a first responder. Or if you're in the military.
Home for Heroes.
Yeah, that's. I think that's what it is.
Home for Heroes. They got other programs that are support. But again, it all comes down to what, is there a capacity for this?
Yeah.
And, it also has to pass legislation. And if they don't do that, I feel it's a good opportunity for people, right?
Okay.
Obviously, it's going to create more opportunity that people don't. There's a lot of people that don't have money. There's a lot of people that suffer during that process. So maybe they can get into a home with that. Yeah. You look at what we have with the American Rescue Plan that was put out, the funds for that. That was a tax credit, right?
Okay.
This is a nonprofit. So there's a lot of housing things going on right now that is being built. And a lot of these low income earnings type families, they're going to be able to get into these homes. And this is good because now they're starting to see this process unfold where they pass this bill. And you know what? If you were on the sidelines and maybe you didn't have the ability to get into a house, maybe you're making $50,000 a year, right? Maybe you're a low income earner.
I mean, at $50,000 a year, I mean, that was a lot of money, but just the way that home pricing has increased dramatically.
Not anymore.
I mean, that's not that high. I mean, that's already, 8 times the income for a median price point for a home. I mean, that's unbelievable, dude.
You go back 10 years and we were like, man, 50, 60,000 you're sitting good. You can buy pretty much anything on the market for the most part that was selling.
Yeah, exactly.
And now it's like you look at it like, 5, 7 years later, it's unfortunate, but you're now stuck at buying a condo, a townhome. I mean, it's the truth.
I know.
Yep.
So what are you going to do?
So now the question is, where is this market heading? Like, what direction? I mean, where do you feel like it's going?
Well, personally, I feel my opinion is I feel like we're peaking a little bit. Now, there's certain pockets that's still going to be desirable, and you're going to still have your multiple offer scenarios, Southern Highlands. But I do feel like overall the market's peaking where you're starting to see less and less multiple offer scenarios.
Yeah.
Now, does it mean that you're going to go into a situation and that's going to happen for you? No, it doesn't. It just means that maybe you have a chance now, right? Maybe if you're that home buyer out there that was on the sidelines because you just were saying, you know what, I give up. Maybe you get back in the market now because now you feel like you have a legitimate shot.
Kaori?
Yeah.
3 months to 1 year. Where do you think we're heading?
I think we'll still continue to grow as far as prices. I think it's still going to be, going up and up. I don't think we've hit our peak yet.
Yeah.
I think it's still a very strong market.
Okay.
Especially in the desirable locations like Southern Highlands.
Okay. And are you still seeing multiple offers being very aggressive and all that stuff right now?
Yes, especially the ones that are close to the median price.
Okay.
100%.
Now, there's something I want to talk about and I want to bring to everybody's attention. Kaori, right? She is actually a true entrepreneur. Okay. She's not only a licensed real estate agent. Okay. She owns multiple restaurants. Okay. We also did a collaboration together on one of her restaurants.
Yes.
So we have one down, one more to go.
Yes.
And the name of this restaurant is called Mama Bird's Southern Kitchen. Dan,
what is it called?
Mama Bird's Southern Kitchen.
I'm hitting up Mama Bird's this weekend.
Okay, let me tell you, Dan, the food here is unbelievable. Okay, so this episode is gonna come out next week.
Awesome.
And
nice.
She had a full-on spread for us. I think we had probably about 15 different plates. This is all over Yelp, Instagram. This is like one of the hottest places. You got celebrities, right? Celebrities coming here.
Yes.
This is crazy. Now, here's the thing. This show is about supporting local businesses, and I want you to support her and her business. We don't have strong women out there. And you know what? She's very strong, and that's what makes her hot.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you.
And I love that about her. Now, they do have this ginger beer. So if you guys are into ginger beer, there's 4 different ginger beers that I got to try, and it was really good. So let's go through some of this. What are the 4 ginger beers do you have here? So here's one of them right here, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So again, Liam's ginger beer, we have it in-house.
Okay.
This is lime.
Okay.
That's kind of like our original.
Yeah.
I think you liked. Did you like the strawberry?
I think it was the strawberry.
That you liked the
yeah.
most. Yeah. But we also have apricot.
Okay.
And then the spicy jalapeno.
Oh, that was a little bit too spicy for me.
Spicy jalapeno.
Yes, it was a little bit spicy. Now,
Yes.
I mean, the food here, I'm going to tell you guys this right now. The food is like so comforting, right?
Yes.
So, Dan, I'm going to say this is like one of the places that you try, right? And you're probably can only eat here once because you know why? You're going to blow up.
Oh, man.
And I don't want you to blow up.
And I really got to jog
Exactly.
after I go there.
Okay.
Because I always say I jog.
Yeah.
And I really.
Now, my favorite dish, she literally brung out this whole spread, right? I think we had like 15 or 20 different plates. But my favorite was, I think it was like a roast. It was, what was that sandwich? We had the fries, a different type of fries, but it was like a sandwich. What was that?
That was, I think you like the brisket grilled cheese.
The biscuit grilled cheese. Oh my God.
Brisket
Brisket grilled cheese. Yeah, that was off the hook.
And then the fries. I know your wife likes the fries.
Yeah.
It's actually a mix of North and South fries.
Yeah.
So it's a mix of sweet potato fries and our regular fries.
Oh, no. Not sweet potato fries.
Potato fries
and
are
with the
so
seasoning,
good.
let me tell you, it was like
good.
off the hook.
I'm going right afterwards.
You know what's crazy is we had like so
heading out.
much leftovers. Like we literally we picked every little thing. By the time we were done, I was actually full.
Yes.
So
it's kind of crazy, and I just want to say this, that not crazy, but it's great. I mean,
yeah.
you don't have to like, obviously you got things going with this restaurant thing.
And she's a mom.
And she's a mom, and she's a real estate agent, and
Yep.
she's doing well at all of them.
She has another restaurant, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna save that for a special occasion because we're gonna do another collaboration on that, right?
Yes.
And also we did another collaboration at the Martin.
Yes.
Okay. Did you end up renting that unit out?
We have 2 active applications right now.
Okay, good.
Yes.
So that video is going to come out sometime like next week, but I think this is a great video to show all the people, you know, if you are considering renting a high rise
Yes.
or even buying a high rise.
Yes.
This is the lifestyle.
Yes.
These are your options. Okay, so stay tuned into that because we actually had a lot of fun, didn't we?
Yes, and we did that whole sunset twilight
Oh man, that was
shot
awesome.
of the strip, the view from the Martin, from
Yeah.
the 11th floor. It was fantastic.
I know, it was awesome, unbelievable. Now, is there anything that you want to say before we end this episode?
Yeah, I just want to take the opportunity. Thank you so much for having me. I love doing this. I love collaborating with you, and I think, you know, YouTube is such a great platform for educating. And for me, you know, my goal is to empower women through real estate, and especially moms, because I'm one and I'm doing it.
That's right.
And, you know, I'm actually going to be doing a video title on how I'm doing it soon.
Ooh.
And I think a lot of moms would love to hear my kind of tips on how I manage the work-life balance, because I think that's very important. But, you know, I'm going to continue to do this and show my daughters that mom could do this.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it. I mean, I'm just running a real estate business, but you're running 3 businesses. Oh, actually 4. You got 2 restaurants, real estate, and you are also a mom. Like, I commend you for that. Like,
Thank
how
you.
do you do that?
I bet every ounce of your day has some type of something going on, right?
Yes.
It's like, okay, agenda, this. It's like
Absolutely.
completely full.
And also the hubby, he works too. So like I said, I don't know how you guys do this. This is like unbelievable.
It's a teamwork, you know. My husband's amazing. He's working full time on the strip, but again, you know, we tag team.
It's like tossing the baton.
There you go.
It's all about teamwork. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
The Olympics, passing the baton.
No, you
You're
take
in.
them. No,
Go.
you take them. No, you take them.
There you go.
But also, we do have.
Are you interested in learning
Ooh,
more
look at
about
this.
Las Vegas lifestyle and watching me grow as a new broker salesperson in fabulous Las Vegas? If so, you're at the right place. Konnichiwa. My name is Kaori Nagao, and welcome to my channel, Kaori Luxury Real Estate. Originally
Nice.
from Yokohama, Japan, I am a wife, a mother to 2 daughters, a dog mom to a mini golden doodle, and a passionate entrepreneur with over 15 years of experience in luxury concierge services and corporate events. I am a brand new broker salesperson at Char Luxury Real Estate. In my channel, I will be featuring Las Vegas lifestyle, interviews with fascinating Las Vegas professionals with a focus on female entrepreneurs, and my personal journey as I kick off my career in real estate during a pandemic. My vision is to empower and educate women through real estate. Hit the subscribe, like, and notification bell so that you are made aware of the new content that will be released every week. Thank you so much for watching my video. My name is Kaori Nagao, your Las Vegas lifestyle specialist. Aw, thank you.
Dude, she a gangster.
That was like Life of the Rich
Dude,
and Famous.
I know.
She's
That's
all
like next level.
She's popping her collar every corner.
I'm about to call Rudy and be like, yo, you need to change up the game. You see how she did this video? Like, she ain't playing, right? She's serious, right?
She's on a mission.
Oh
On a
my
mission.
gosh.
On a mission.
On a mission.
Yes.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to the LV Home Experts radio show where we talk about real estate and financing every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you have not had a chance to subscribe to this channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Other than that, until next time, I'm Chakits.